Welcome back to MBU Reacts. Today we checking out more Death Battles. Ghost Rider versus Spawn. You know what time it is, Marvel versus Image. Even though I don't think Image is a thing no more.
I don't even know what Image is.
I got an Image comic. It's a comics company. They were Spawn.
I just know about Spawn. I didn't know they had anything else.
Yeah. I mean, no, they had some other stuff, but obviously Spawn was huge in the 90s, so they didn't really need anything else. Spawn was selling like a mug.
Okay.
He got his own show on HBO and everything. I remember that from when I was younger.
I remember the Spawn show.
Definitely was scary. I don't know what the heck going on. I mean, Spawn, the comic is like that, but anyway,
Jamar used to have a game and shit. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, man, you know this is Tree. I'm Green. You got anything to say before we start this Death Battle?
Yes, sir.
Death Battle.
I know there's been a minute since we did a Death Battle, but we finally hit 10K, so that means we are doing a giveaway, gift card giveaway. Don't know if it's gonna be a Visa gift card. Don't know if it's gonna be Amazon, but we're doing a gift card giveaway. The way to enter: leave a ticket emoji. It can be the raffle ticket or it can be the concert ticket. Just a ticket emoji in the comments. You have to be subscribed. You can just be subscribed to this video right now, or you could have been subscribed from the beginning, but you got to be subscribed. Now let's get into it.
Get into it.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn. The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson. Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wamba fruit to save him. Johnny...
I thought he was finna say Crash.
Lived up to his name? He got cancer.
Right. I thought he was gonna say he crashed. This nigga said he got cancer.
That nigga said Satan? The only... No.
Nah, hell no.
I'm just going to have to die.
Turn to the only thing
I'm
that's
just
good,
gonna have to die.
chemotherapy. Oh! To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell. Only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after. But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the Spirit of Vengeance. So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into hellfire. An undead skeleton biker with a sick-ass hug.
Nicolas
the
Cage.
fifth scariest Nick Cage performance. The stuntman from hell. He called himself the Daredevil.
The first movie.
Sorry, Johnny, that name's taken. Okay, then how about the Ghost Rider? Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named a character the same thing only 5 years earlier. Oh,
That's funny.
The Ghost Rider was bad news for Earth sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers, blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries. Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him. It's not just his body. His whole arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create anything he can think of from an infinite stream of...
He was... I don't know if he might have had a game. Remember back then a lot of cartoons had game. I mean, like a lot of movies had games, but he was also in Marvel Alliance.
Okay, maybe that's what that was.
Chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barfed right out of his mouth. Life goals. And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his Hell Cycle. Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds. Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
That's why.
His boner, Wiz. Get it? And it doesn't just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul. This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch. Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look?
the Penance Stare.
The Penance Stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever wreaked upon others.
Golly.
Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Obliterating your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to...
Yeah, you let your brother depower you. That sound crazy, bro. Pause, because I don't know. That just sound like a pause. You let that nigga depower you was crazy.
Shit,
And you was the first one.
Shit, you must have put more harm on people than you thought.
True. Y'all did a stare off and you lost.
You lost.
match his victim's gaze for the Penance Stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, Penance Stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right
that's
before
wild.
an
You
army
gotta-
of
you
Ghost
gotta be
Riders
stopped.
did
You gotta
just
go.
that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth. A sort of heavenly black ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably
you a
powerful.
punching bag?
A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon, fitting as his fight with Galactus rent the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell. No shot.
As they say though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all of Hell's escaped demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell,
On the whole
he began
city is
absorbing their
crazy.
evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted.
Nah, what that city do to you? Nigga did it on the whole city.
It was Vegas?
I want that shit. Sin City?
It was in Vegas? It was like, yeah, Sin City, I gotta get all y'all out here.
That shit said it took a missile that would destroy the angel Saint Michael.
I don't want no parts.
No parts. Fought the Avengers to a standstill. Defeated Doctor Strange, Mephisto, and all the live in darkness. And what was that? What that nigga name is? I ain't gonna butcher that.
Did him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a glance, could make Galactus himself shit his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his.
Probably didn't bring up Robbie Reyes.
The Shield show.
I know, that's why I'm surprised they didn't bring it up, because he was on Shield. I know that, I remember that. Agent of Shield.
They talking about Johnny though. It's different.
I'm just trying to get.
Take this out.
Yeah, I am. I'm just taking the sound though.
If Al Simmons was one thing,
My
he was
boy.
a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld democracy around the globe at the barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue.
I don't know why
Mostly
I always thought
red.
Spawn was a part of
Until his
Marvel.
final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders,
Lit my
Al
man on fire.
was
Fired.
fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the Eighth Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later, after his wife had already remarried and had a daughter.
There, you saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior
That's
from
wild.
hell itself, Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes all the way back around to being the coolest thing ever.
Spawn was like the coolest thing ever.
He was. Longest running independent comic book character.
Facts.
Look upon his edge, wizard, and
That's sad,
despair.
man. That's crazy.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather, and even stop time. Speaking of time,
What he
can
can't
fly
do.
so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself... yeah.
Oh, it's petty trolling like that that gets you a throat.
That's crazy.
That was dirty. That
You
is
dirty
bad.
as hell.
I'm a black man.
Yeah, you dirty for that. You dirty for that. But I can't trust nothing under there anyway.
That,
Not down there.
that's wild. Yeah, not there. No.
Nah, hell nah.
In hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy shit because he runs on necroplasm. Basically, hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He's even absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every
Please
bit
don't.
of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And as befits his past profession, he
Nah, that's crazy. Why they keep putting Batman up there like that? He ain't got no powers, but he keeps standing toe to toe with niggas.
Maybe he was depowered when he fought him.
Maybe, or maybe he just didn't use his powers.
Yeah, maybe he just came at him on some blissfully fighting type ish. No strength, no magic, no powers, no nothing. We just had it. At least they said it was a draw. Instead he got dog walked.
Like it was a standstill. So
Superman loses powers, he getting dog walked by Batman. Not even gonna hold you.
you ain't wrong.
Loves his big ass 90s guns.
Though his
Definitely
greatest
do.
weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red? Nope. Well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden.
That's
it's
crazy.
literally made
That
of
makes
original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own, how do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed. Until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
That's
there we are,
crazy.
good as new. That has to be the first.
You overpowered if you doing some shit like that.
Damn, I killed myself.
Well, let me
Get
bring
myself
myself
back.
back. Yeah, you overpowered when you do some shit like that. But nah, that's wild though. That's a
Time
W
we've
ass
seen
power.
someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might
Damn.
seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that had killed all of humanity.
Because the reason Malbolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malvosia's head off with a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of Hell itself, gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this god and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the Tree of Life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke
That's crazy
the
as
stalemate by
hell.
letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human. But he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s,
No,
Wiz.
no.
He won't be happy unless he can angstily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
Nigga.
This battle is sponsored
With
by...
all that being said, I think I'm going with Spawn.
Man, it's hard because I know in the comic he definitely killed God and the devil. So that's hard to go against.
They both powerful though, from what I get.
Crazy powerful. OP as we might
But
say.
my X factor is he can recreate himself. But they did say Ghost Rider did something similar in that shit. But I got Spawn.
Yeah, I got Spawn. I'm alright with Spawn.
Ends March 16th, 2025 at 11:59
I know more about
p.m.
Spawn.
Eastern Time. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for one hell of a death battle!
I like what you did there.
You talk about actors, I got Michael J. White.
Nights
Got
like
Michael J.
these
White in the
drive
fight.
men insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
This nigga gonna run out of energy. That's how Ghost Rider gonna win.
You've earned your damnation.
Infinity.
welcome to hell. I'll be damned. Yes, you will.
Ooh, okay. So get over here on his scorpion shit. Gotta go back for that one. So I'll be dead. Damn. Come here. Fight back, nigga.
The vestments of the holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
Why he look so small compared to this? Oh, I did not. I thought Ghost Rider got hit with that. I did not. Damn.
Al Simmons, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul.
Whoa.
I eat sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
Lies. He's the Prince of Lies. Wait, I'm an innocent.
Those people said they was innocent. He did not care.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Oh, you stole his. Dang.
It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
He was right.
Oh, God damn!
He was right.
This was
That was a good
nail biter
battle.
of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's
I was gonna
immeasurable
say,
power
damn.
against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First up, power. Divine Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected.
Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the Penance Stare, just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the Lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos couldn't.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the Penance Stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the Penance Stare itself.
And just think about that. A Penance Stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every Penance Stare that he's ever done. A penance squared.
The Damnation Stare, on the other hand,
nigga-
actively
this nigga
helps Spawn,
responds.
sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
Next time on
Nigga,
Death
separate the
Battle.
souls and then threw my man in hell.
Separate the thought. Dead ass threw him in hell.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
That'll be.
Woo! Got Spawn in this mug.
Yeah, I once they said all that shit, I said, oh no, I got Spawn. Once you off yourself and then reanimate yourself, I'm giving you the win.
Facts.
And you did it with a holy weapon. You supposed to not come back.
Nigga accidentally killed himself.
Yeah. So once you bring yourself back with a holy weapon,
Did one of these.
a weapon that's supposed to permanently take you out, I'm picking you
I
for
don't
a
know if
win.
you should do that. Ah!
That's all you heard. That nigga was done after that. Where'd he go?
I saw it was a flash of light to yell, and that was it. My man gone.
Yeah, once you do that, I'm giving you the win.
Did you die? Yes, I'm back now.
But how? That was a holy
I
weapon.
reversed that. Don't worry about it.
Say no more.
You reversed it, all right? I reversed my death. I ain't gonna die. Long. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I ain't staying dead. It's boring. I reversed that shit. Word. Word.
Crazy.
Word. That's all I can say. Word. But anyway, man, let us know how you feel about this death battle. Do you think Spawn really should have won? Do you guys some extra info about Ghost Rider? Please let us know in the comments. Yes, I know more about Spawn because, you know, comics in the 90s, and it was just, Spawn was just...
I only know about Spawn from the TV
Movie.
show, the movie, and the game.
Yeah, they was just shoving Spawn down our throats in the 90s.
And I only know about Ghost Rider because Deadass, the movies. Like, I've just seen comics, but I don't read comics, so I know more about movies.
Well, let us know who you think should have won. And also like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we post, because we post 2 to 3 videos every day, sometimes even 4. You can check us out right here at NB Reacts at 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m. Central Time. And you can also check out the other Death Battles we've done in the Death Battles playlist, along with other playlists such as music. We do all type of music, from K-pop to rap to underground music. If you're a local artist and want us to check out your music, let us know in the comments. But we will be honest whether we like your stuff or not. No, we ain't going to disrespect it, but we're going to be like, I wasn't feeling it. You know, something like that. So don't come at us crazy, because we're going to be honest. We got a lot more in the playlist. So much stuff I can't even name it all. But anyway, this is Tree. I'm Green. This is NB Reacts. And of course, we're going to be back with more reactions. We'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.